Bentar dulu. Opening dulu. Oke?
Oke. Yo, what's up?
Kembali lagi di channel kita, Anak Kos Polandia. Kali ini kita bakal kedatangan tamu spesial.
Jadi di channel YouTube kita ada buat satu segmen namanya Deep Talk with Indomie. Jadi untuk kali ini kita kedatangan teman kita
Dari Zimbabwe.
Dan ya langsung aja kita panggil Salim.
Oke, Salim. Let's introduce yourself to our fans.
So I'm Salim Murambura. I'm from Zimbabwe.
Can you repeat once again?
I'm Salim Murambura.
Okay.
So I'm from Zimbabwe and I'm also a student at Fistula University. So yeah.
So let's start eating, man. Well, I'm asking you questions.
Yes.
So, do you know about Indomie before?
Yes, I think I'm quite familiar with this.
So you need to taste it.
Okay.
So how is it?
Spicy. Yeah.
Do you like spicy though?
I do like spicy things.
Because it's like, I don't know, it's too much or?
No, it's not too much. I do like the crunchiness of the spices.
The next question is, what do you think about Poland?
Poland.
Yeah.
Poland to me is an amazing country. It's beautiful. It's huge. You have a lot of things to see, to explore. I would say there are nice people here too, and yeah, I just enjoy that.
What about for study, for student, of course?
For a student,
Yeah.
it can be a bit hard. As for like personally for me, I didn't come here with a family, with friends, with relatives. I came here alone, so it can be a bit hard at first. But I'm now getting used to it. So
Because you have some friends,
yeah.
that will be your new family maybe?
So I'm now getting used to it. So
So what's the most different culture you had in Poland and in your country, Zimbabwe?
well, I don't mean to sound rude or something like that, but you can notice by the people's dressing is
What do you mean?
totally different. I mean, in Africa, you know, the ladies and the males are usually wearing, you know, long dresses and stuff like
Even
that.
though it's a hot,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
hot climate.
Even if it's hot, they usually wear light dresses, you know, and stuff like that. But here, you cannot tell the difference between someone who's naked or someone who's people are just wearing anything and stuff. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, like it's totally different from where I come from Africa to be exact. Sometimes I still think it's a bit more civilized here than in Africa because people here communicate very well. You know, they understand each other. But in Africa, you know, it's one man for himself and God for us all. So, you know, like survival of the fittest. So yeah, it's not like I'm supporting them or supporting you and stuff, but I just think it's because in Poland English is not the main language, so
Sure.
they are not comfortable, you know, speaking in English. You know, they feel like it's a burden to them. So if they see a foreigner, they will know like, flip. If this person comes to me, then I have to.
They had the bad feelings.
Then I have to speak in English. So the best thing is I have to avoid this person. But I have met some people who are actually happy to help, to, you know, like seeing a foreigner
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. So yeah, it's 50-50. That's what I think.
So, as far you love Poland or no?
I do love Poland. But there is a time where we get to miss our countries and stuff like that. But I do love it here. I do enjoy.
How about the food here? I mean, do you miss a lot of food from your country because you cannot find it here?
Actually, yes, I do miss like everything. During the first weeks, it was very hard to adapt to the new foods here. Like, I'm not trying to offend the Polish dishes and stuff, but I don't really enjoy the dishes here. I do enjoy our own foods and stuff because they taste a bit different. Because in Africa, we keep animals like we don't have to inject the chickens so that they can get
Get bigger.
oh my god, they can get bigger. So yeah, it's natural. It's natural. So you know, the chicken, the beef, the wow, it's just amazing. And we have so many farms and stuff. So coming to Poland, being introduced to different meals and stuff like that, it was really hard. But yeah, these days I'm beginning to adapt. I'm beginning to get used to the food. So yeah, it's okay. But here I just mix. Sometimes I eat my leftovers, or sometimes I just make rice. I just, you know, like.
Me too, man.
So it's you know, a bachelor's life. You don't have to think too much about the food.
So what is the weirdest things when you first came over to Poland?
Well, I can say personally, maybe it's because I'm black, but when I got into a bus or a train, you know, public transport, where everyone was just looking at me, and I was like, okay, this
Are you
is-
good? Are you good?
This is weird. This is weird. Because sometimes I'm the only black guy in the bus or the only black guy in the metro. So especially the elderly people, they'll be like, okay, do I have something on my face, or what's happening? What's happening? But yeah, it's because in Poland we don't have a lot of black people and stuff like that, so they are not used to us. So it was a bit weird for me the first days, but now I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
As a Muslim, this guy is a Muslim. So what is the difficulties to live in Poland?
Well, I would like to say, firstly, before I came to Poland, I did some researches because I was really excited to come to Poland. So I did some researches about Islam in Poland and stuff. And the first articles that I came across were about Islamophobia, and I was like, what? Okay. So, and it happened in 2016, and I was like, okay, so maybe it's still happening. So I noticed that in Poland, if you don't ask someone if he's Muslim or not, you won't notice. Only for the girls, because they are wearing hijab and stuff like that. So it's a bit difficult. Why? Because in Poland also we don't have a lot of mosques, and you know, it's just 1 or 2 or 3 in the city and 1 or there, like, and stuff like that. So it's not like we have a lot of freedom here. It's just we have to hold our hearts every time we're walking and stuff like that. Why? 1, because I'm black. 2, because I'm a Muslim. So you know, it's
difficult, yeah?
it's difficult. Yeah. But I just hope that one day maybe it'll become more comfortable and free to walk, you know, as a Muslim.
After you did some research, you met Islamophobia and something like that. So what makes you still come over to Poland to study?
Well, firstly, I once talked to some other people who asked the same question. Usually people in my country go to countries like Turkey, China. So I wanted somewhere more different and private. So a country where not a lot of people just go to, you know. I just wanted a different environment and stuff. So my agents just, you know, introduced me to Poland. So I was so curious to know what Poland is really about, because in my high school days I learned about Poland, but you know, like the European wars and stuff like that. So when I came here, yes, it's not like I was expecting too much, but I did like the environment, and I still want to explore, and you know, it's like every day I'm visiting somewhere. It's like I'm visiting there for the first time, and you know, that's you know, and stuff. That's what I really like about Poland. So yeah.
Do you have any words for them who wants to study abroad? Maybe in Poland or maybe in other Europe countries?
Usually people have that fear that if you go somewhere and leave your parents behind, you know, your family and stuff, you're not going to be okay, blah 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 and stuff. But yes, for the first days, it's going to be hard. You know, you're going to miss the family. You're going to everything. You know, you don't have help. You don't have and stuff like that. But you know, you get used to in time. You know, you get used in time. So you don't have to fear. You don't have to just do it. Like that's my motivation.
Yeah, that's massive.
Just do it. Yeah. So you know, like yeah, I would advise everyone, if you want to go to a specific country or Poland per se, I would advise you to come. Yeah, at least now you know that we are here in Poland, so we can be your friends and stuff in Poland.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere else, yeah, the story can be the same too if you want it to be. So yeah, you don't have to fear.
Have you ever got racist from the people in Poland?
Oh yeah, it's not like every day, but it's just one incident. So I was at this bus stop. So you know, like in Africa, we don't have like those. We don't have many fancy cars, you know, like the Maseratis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was at this bus stop and I saw this red Corvette. So I was just admiring. I was like, look at that car, and you know. So I was looking at it like I was deep into that car because I was just looking at the design and stuff. So I didn't notice like the people who were in the car, especially the passenger, he was looking at me too. So I was like, okay, so just wait. So when I waved, he just raised the middle finger and I was like,
From the Friday to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody.
like what the?
Alright. That's not cool.
Me? And surprisingly, I was not angry. I started laughing because it was just funny for me. You know, like it caught me by surprise. So I was like, oh, okay. But that is the only incident I remember. Yes, I do hear a lot of people saying, you know, racism is everywhere in Poland and stuff. Maybe I just don't see it. But that was the only incident that I remember of being a victim of racism and stuff like that.
So the conclusion of everything in Poland is good.
It's good. It's safe.
Okay,
Safe.
it's safe. Alright.
It's amazing.
Okay, I think it's going to be the last questions I'm going to ask you. So what do you think about Indonesia?
Indonesia. Well, firstly, I would like to say I am an addict of social media. That's a bad thing. So indeed, I come across like a lot of Indonesians who I speak to, you know, on social media, and those which I have spoken to in person. I would like to say because they have a good character and they have like you know, an amazing aura that just comes out of them. I would like to think it's because of the country too. You know, like they live in a. I just like to think Indonesia is a good country to you know. I like to think Indonesia is a country to go to visit, and you know, I would like to visit Indonesia one day.
Absolutely. So thank you for coming, my brother Salim, and thank you y'all. You have watched this till the end. Thank you very much. If you have any comments, any questions for the next video, just comment down below, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Terima kasih sudah menonton. Jangan lupa like, share, subscribe. Terima kasih. This is amazing.